Hello. How we doing? Hello. So I can evolve it into a Ventacean. Yeah, you might be onto something. Maybe. And I'm not here anymore, I'll tell you that. We not hunting here. I am vibing Veltorox. Well, how about you? But, where are the face cams? I haven't felt like doing them. I mean, I could try and get the lighting back, or get the lighting in a good spot to turn it on, but I just don't feel like it. All right. Heard I've been bad. Oh, okay. Of course, you can always buy here. At least that's the hope. All right. And so the hunt begins for the day. Gotta... Hopefully today we find something interesting, because lately, or I guess not lately, just the entire event so far, I just have not managed to get much at all. Got an Emerald Gecko secret ability? Oh boy. Odds same as GSAP Geklo? No. Gumpod is half as rare. Gumpod is 1 in 5,000 for Sapphire, Geklo is 1 in 10,000. Confused. What did I do? What did I do that was bad? What did I do? I mean, I would... The Ventacean, I want more. I just think it looks cooler, but I do really want both of them. Will I get both of them? Unlikely. Very unlikely. But, oh hey look, at Twilight. But, the... Yeah, honestly, I don't think I'll get either of them. If I'm to be perfectly honest. Do 60-hour boosts like this event? That's crazy. I really do need to set up the ult. I need to set up the ult, but they've made it so you can't run both the Microsoft version and the web browser version of Roblox at the same time. So I need to find another method. Nah, I have not actually PvP'd in this game since, like, late 2021. I mean, yeah, in this event you don't need to... Well, I guess, yeah, no mastery, and you don't need the roamer boost. You want to hunt for Gamma Igneal, just have motivation or time? Yeah, I can see it. This when it wasn't Event Legacy, I'm gonna be real with you. The only time it was an Event Legacy was like year 1. After that, it was just events. If Facelift once this whole Route 9 thing is done, I mean, I'm gonna be level with you. When we got the Cosmic Jolt Tooth, I was very upset that Jolt Tooth didn't get a remodel. Just like I don't need it to get a redesign. I just need its model to, you know, be updated. Like it's a very stiff model. I'm vibing, Ross. You just found an Alpha Shiny Crab, or Alpha Sapphire Crab? Nice. But since when can you use Windows and the client at once? It was an update of actually like a long while ago. Pretty sure it's been like at least a year since they no longer let both be up at the same time. I agree, Psycho. I think it looks really good on its own, but like relating it to Ventacean is hard. What does the Gamma Jolt Tooth look like? It's black and orange. Like the body is black, and then like the galaxy, the cosmic effects are orange. It's like a deep orange. Thank God I wasn't black and blue. So true. My sanity. My sanity is spared. Oh my gosh! A zombie Twilight. Oh wait, no. I should have killed it. Hello. But yeah, I'm happy that the Gamma or Alpha aren't like black and blue, so I don't feel obligated to hunt it. Badger only mastery level 82? No, not really. Mastery isn't something that many people want to do, so I don't think anyone would blame you for not grinding it like crazy. Route 9 at the same time of the event ending, how would I feel? I mean, it would be surprising. It would definitely be surprising. I mean, the only time that's ever happened was the first Geklo event. What? They're too high quality? Where we are in Loomian Legacy? Do you mean like story-wise? Or... and its ability have synergy and heat wave? I mean, that's a thing where you ask Jamie for sure. Maybe it's just a thing of you see these high quality things, but all the stuff next to it aren't quite updated yet. But yeah, I mean, eventually, like, they'll get around to doing all of the old stuff. Eventually. But, yeah. Isn't Jamie... What do you mean? Jamie does breathe. Yes, he still exists on this earth. I mean, I don't think it's karma. Like, yeah, you're sure luck will play well in one event, may not play well in another one. I'm just hoping it plays nicely for me here. These are two things I would really like to have. Very much so. And I would evolve both of them near instantly. A little bit. I've done a little bit of off-stream for this one. But, like, if I ever find myself, like, not doing any, like, where I have time where I'm not doing much of anything, then I'll turn something on to watch and put on the hunt. I would really like both. Really like both. Like, obviously my color scheme. But the Eliguana looks super good. The Ventacean looks super good. Really cool if I got both of them. I didn't play in the event the event, mainly because I already have the Dragodine, but yeah, I have like 75 boost tokens. I have like 75 boost tokens on the ult, so it's like 18 hours worth of boosts I could I could run. I know. Oh, yeah. What's up, Ultra? It's been a bit. It's been a hot minute. But do I ever trade? Only 2 of my blue things are actually my OZ. And the vast majority of the other stuff was given to me, like by friends and stuff. They helped me get the stuff I wanted. The only stuff I like legitimately traded for out of my blue collection is this Halloween Death Kit right here and the Christmas Metronet. But those were both from the same trade. I assume if you're still on the Discord server, I doubt it, but I could send a picture of the Ventacean. I haven't even seen Sapphire Ventacean. Same. I haven't seen any Sapphires this event. I've seen Ruby Geklo, but no Ruby Gumpod or any Sapphires. All right. Hang on, guys. Give me a second. I will. There we go. I put it in my server. Alright, found a 500k and 250k before Sapphire Geklo or Gumpod. Sounds about right. And that picture doesn't do a good job showing it, but like under the claws and stuff, all of that's black as well. Did I find anything? Not so far today. Very true, Corey. Very true. I did find a zombie Twilight, you're right. I agree, Ultra. They are too bad it never updates. That's good find. You found was the specific toy Protagon I was looking for. Yeah, I never found that one. Yeah, see, part of what like demotivates me and like gets me like pessimistic about this kind of stuff is I've never hit a target on any of these streams ever. I guess I found the Cinnaboo. Never mind. I found the Cinnaboo. The Gamma Cinnaboo. But that is the only time I've actually hit a target. Oh, right, the Snowl from so long ago. The New Year's Snowl. You're so right. I found that when I was doing the whole coin flip stuff. I remember that. You're so right. Yeah, that Halloween event with the Gamma Halloween Elefage. I wasn't even looking for that, and that guy popped up super early in the event. That was my luckiest event. I got Gamma Metronet on top of that. But I did not get the Dakuda. The blue Dakuda. Gamma Skalava, Gamma Glitzy, yeah, no. Those were the only Gamma Roamers I've ever found. And unfortunately, the Gumpod is Gamma Roamerons. Oh yeah, that event I pretty much found everything but what I wanted. Nice Psycho. Now you just gotta level up the find. You gotta move on to Emerald. Somehow. But no, I'm gonna keep trying. You skipped to Sapphire? True. Maybe the reason I'm not finding anything beyond gold is because I'm just charging up for the Sapphire. Maybe that's what it is. No cope, I promise. Sure, so true, so true. You can't see your Wisp on Glaciadia? Fine. Game wants the best possible reaction. Dude, you know what? I just realized if I do actually, like, freak out in any way, I'd have to remember that I'm currently on a treadmill. I have to not throw off my my rhythm. Is this a new event router? No. You can hunt anywhere for this stuff. I do not care about the Cosmic Joltooth because the Alpha and the Gamma don't interest me. I already got... I redeemed the Joltooth. And also, no point in getting like a Nimble one or anything because Soul Burst doesn't have a skin. Maybe I should get a Nimble one just in case they do eventually give reskin Soul Burst models. Maybe. I'll have mints for that anyway. Well, it'd be more of a thing of I have one for Brawny normal Joltooth, and then I have a Nimble one for Soul Burst. Your Alpha event Joltooth is Nimble? Oh, okay. Oh, you went because for Soul Burst, huh? Yeah, no, if you Soul Burst that one, it's just gonna be a plain old Alpha Joltooth. No cosmic reskin. Because I don't understand why they don't. It's like, yeah, it's extra work, but I feel like Perfect. Joltooth kind of sucks. I think Ambush Joltooth is fine. It does a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage. Is it a top tier pick? I would assume not. Is it useless? Absolutely not. I feel like it's a solid mid-tier Loomian. Now the Soul Burst. That one, I don't know. I don't know how people are with that one nowadays. You just want Dredge Joltooth back? I think nobody shares that sentiment. Now, me personally, I don't care if it got it back because, you know, Joltooth bias and all, but like in a balanced perspective, I assume nobody wants that back. No. Like mid-tier things are perfectly fine. They're not omnipresent, but if you put it on a team, it's not gonna do nothing. Which area has the most route rares? I would assume the trench because there's two route rares there. Your trainer level's 29. It said a new Loomian may appear. What do it mean by that? Oh, so you can now find Pyramind in the wild. Like anywhere, it'll just randomly pop up. And tried to get the game of mech last year, but you only had 5 alpha ones. Vouchers left, so whenever data servers go down, you can still hunt for it. Oh. So what, if data servers go down, you redeem them, and if they don't come out gamma, you leave? But if they do one comes out gamma, you stay until they're back? Yeah, I agree epically, yeah. Thunder King's problem is its stats are 80 base power. I agree. But the issue is if you give it stronger base power moves, then you have base Joltooth lurking in the background with a pair of gloves. But maybe that's fine. But no, yeah, it's for sure. Stab sucks, and 80 base power just ain't it. I agree. Yeah. But yeah, it's just Thunder King is not something you want to give Drudge. Because outspeeding pretty much all the common... pretty much every common boots user probably isn't good. Probably isn't healthy. Hasten then? Okay, buddy. But yeah, no, I think Joltooth is fine as is. Thunder King, obviously, maybe it's a little more underwhelming, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay to be like that for now. Like, I obviously I wish it had stronger stab, but it's fine. Just get the driven boost. All right. You're so right. Just get flinched. I don't plan on catching the next bronze one, I'm sorry. Events, but no updates, or unlimited updates, but no updates. Give him electric jaw lock. Oh boy. You didn't know Venolan could hit Stratosaur? Oh, Rock Slide. Gamma reskin is a mix of me and Speeder, Joltooth, and Orange. I guess. I forget, what exactly does Jaw Lock do? Is it a trapping move or does it do something else? Got both of you. Oh. Nice. Gotcha. 80 BP? Wait, why are we talking? Why are we talking another 80 base power move? Mans can already flinch you for 80 base power. What's up, Bullet? That's how we 1v1 Lumi? Yeah, so they click flash and flee. When you get the Solver's lucky so we can have the raid experience? Oh, buddy. So true. Up Thunderclap to 85? I don't think the Electric Stab needs buffed. I'm a level with you. Because after, like, whenever the next balance patch ever happens in 20 never, Thunder Crash will become an actually decent move. Where, like, yeah, it's recoil. It's less recoil than something like Flare Blitz, but if you land for super effective damage, it'll be stronger, slightly, than something like Flare Blitz. So I think that'll be a half-decent move. The issue is its Ancient Stab. Ancient as an offensive typing is pretty good. It's just Primal Slash isn't a good move. Yeah, all of those weaker recoil moves are getting that. So like Muck Buck, Coconut Bomb, Thunder Crash, Nosedive, they're all getting that buff, where it's 95 power, 33% stronger when hitting for super effective. Why is Earthquake hitting your team? Because Earthquake is a spread move. Is it possible for the Cosmic Joltooth to be Rainbow Wisp? Yes. Yes, it is. What's my mastery? Maxed. It's 116. Holy flex? Nope. I'm just answering the question. Can't wait for Brawny Ikazune. True. Earthquake is friendly fire, yes. It will hit everybody on the field. But I'm trying to think. What are some other like Joltooth level Loomians in the game? Like they're mid, but like they're useful, but not like meta relevant. Am I gonna watch Gommel top 64? Yeah, maybe not top 64, but like top 8. Everything with the ability ambush. Oh. Terraflying Kanibo, let's freaking go, guys. If I gave Joltooth melee Ancient Stab, what do I want the BP to be? I mean, 95, 100, something like that. Maybe. The main like, in Pokemon, stuff like 90 base power Stab works because Stab is good. but in this game you'd probably want like 95, 100 base power. I want Draco Bash. Yes, give me Draco Bash. Or we can make Outburst an actual. We can make Outburst a move again. We can do that. Oh, I know Dorigo's actually pretty solid. Draco Beam spam. Thoughts on Japan boycotting Supernova? I mean, that's fine. They have a different mentality than a lot of the different players. They don't mind Steve being the way he is. They want to fight competition at its peak. And so if you're nerfing a character, then like you're not fighting it at its peak, and so what's the point improving yourself? Especially when you have to spend a lot of money to come over to America. Yeah, that's why you make Outburst into a real move, and not something like old Outburst where you put it on, you know, offenders like Nova Deus and absolutely nuke everything multiple times, or it's not like today where it's absolutely useless. Did I watch S Factor? Was that the one with Samus Aegis finals, like MK Leo and Fiski? What if it was just superpower so it keeps weakening? I mean, yeah, I feel like that'd be fine. Add Ancient Close Combat. I think superpower would be better because like it stays in the theme of it gets weaker the more you use it. Superpower is lame though. I mean, what? Look, think about it this way, Neon. Then you give it to Dorigo. And now you don't know if it's a melee Dorigo or a ranged Dorigo. Or it's both. Is that supposed to sound fun? No. I tried to make it sound unappealing. Did it work? Give it to Cedric Dorigo? Yeah, of course. If a move drops stats, it needs to be given to both Cedric and Dorigo. I think people overhype that, Game Watch. I think people overhype that. I think Yara gonna be top 10. I forget who's Yara. Who do they play? Is that the other Samus? Is that the Japanese Samus? Okay. Yeah, I haven't been watching too many Japan tourneys, so I don't know. Like generally how I watch tournaments, right? Is if it pops up in my recommended while I'm not doing anything. And I'm a level with you, Japan majors don't do that because those generally happen while I'm sleeping. But no, I think there could be something done with Outburst. I don't know. Kaguribi, though. I do tend to watch the Kaguribi. Do I think people would use Nature's Force on Yokozuna though? It would be dependent on like what's meta. Like if Seti Mars was meta, then yes. What was the last TV show you watched? Does this include anime? Because I've been rewatching ReZero because I never watched season 4, so I went back to rewatch it all and to refresh myself. Anime doesn't count, then I couldn't tell you. I don't typically watch a lot of TV shows because I've never had like Netflix or any of that. I've never bothered getting it. That sounds annoying to deal with. I mean, I don't think it'd be too problematic. I a couple streams ago and try to get back into the grind. Loomian said that I think you're way behind in PvP. Oh yeah, for sure. If you've spent so long away, then yeah, you're gonna be behind in PvP. Also, PvP isn't super active because ranked isn't a thing. And there's like maybe 2 servers that are doing anything with PvP at the moment. Maybe 2. Everybody, pretty much, most people are just waiting for Route 9 or just are done entirely. Chartiki started being called meta and you were so confused. Apparently it's meta, but it's also bad. But also meta, but also bad. I don't know. I got it, without obviously spoiling anything. Jamie and I were talking about the Route 9 roster today. And dude, some of those guys look so fun. Can Route 9 come out already? Ratiki's good, unless you ask me. Fun is in gimmicks? No, not necessarily gimmicks, no. Those do exist, don't get me wrong. But I don't mean like I don't specifically mean gimmicks. They should buff the Gluminous moves to ignore immunities. They're all glass cannons. I didn't say every single one of them would be super fun. Oh, who's got the Gleam Ruby? Let's see. Let's look at the player list. Who got the Gleam Ruby? Looks like Red Noobs is the one with the Gleam Ruby. Eliguana. I'll tell you this, SA. People of all playstyles have points of interest in Route 9. In the Route 9 roster. Pola lost to a Falco and Fools? Oh boy. Stall. Hey, it's a thing. 90 BP, 100% accurate, luminous. I mean, could talk to Jamie about those. What purpose does Gluminous Roar serve? It doesn't. It's there to be cool. It's there. It's honestly there to be an evolution method. That's it. It's just an evolution method. But no, it's... I want Route 9. I want it. Make Gloomroar act like Godplate Arceus. Oh. Yeah, where it just picks the best typing to use out of the two. Why not? Doodle World has a move like that. Where it's like a crystal or water move, but whichever one it is depends on how effective it is. Shachi is not rare. Shachi's 1 in 25, Igneal's 1 in 50. And given the state of Eclipse, I think it would be fine if the Gluminous stuff was, you know, had smart targeting to say, where it would pick the best type to throw at them. You'll be able to change its personality with the new totem items. Yes. Yes, you will. Gammas and things will not be limited. You'll be able to change the personality of anything. At least as far as I'm aware. Like from what I've read and from what people have said, that's the way it seems. They could change it, but yeah, I don't know about all that, Drippo. I think it'll just hit Lashent with a dark if it had smart targeting. Gammas could have totems. Yes. What's up, Thinkfriend? Of course, if you want like a totem personality, the Loomian itself always needs to be able to rally. So something like a Joltooth, if you use the Totemites on it, you can't get like very brawny. They did, Neon. They did. Who knows? Who knows what happened to that? What about regular event reskins? What about like stuff that like can rally? Then they would be able to get totem stats. Like these event Geklos and Gumpods, they would be able to be like very brawny, very robust, very clever. Like it would work. As long as it's something that can as long as the base Loomian can lead a rally, they will be able to have totems. Lumala, yeah, I agree that Lumala should be 650. Pharaoh, I agree with. Eclipse, I'm kind of like whatever. I don't particularly care one way or the other, but Pharaoh and Lumala definitely should be 650. One's like related to the mascot, and the other one, I mean, Ferroglyph. Come on, man. Oh, an Alpha Bronze. Yeah, let's go. Guys, we're just charging the Sapphire. We're just charging it up. Into the wheel disc. Secret ability Emerald Geklo would be worth anything in trade. Maybe when mints drop. Maybe? Ferrara hasn't been buffed in some way. I couldn't tell you. Kind of corrupt Shachi. Hey, free shard. Ruin Pharaoh's stat line so it's going to be melee temper instead of Ideo. Yeah, Ideo's a cool ability on paper, but like in practice, it's just you don't get an ability. You don't get an ability. Like, you can catch someone off guard for, like, a turn. But is that really worth not having an ability, essentially? Well, the reason I say maybe on the El Iguana thing because it's not alpha. So I don't know how many people would really trade for an Emerald El Iguana for its secret ability. One, because not a lot of... Green is probably a collectively not appreciated color. And 2, it's El Iguana. And 3, it's not shiny. Cosmere Unleashed. Oh, it's so true. Like, Idiosyncratic is an interesting ability, but again, it's not good. But yeah. If you want to use an Idiosyncratic Cosmere Unleashed, use Cosmere Cracked. Idio's only good in draft. I agree. Idio Ferroglyph specifically. I don't know about Cosmere. Cosmere Unleashed, maybe. I guess I'd say it's worse than Ferroglyph, but it's still fine. I don't know about all that, Neon. I mean, just having your best moves scale, like just being able to throw any moves together and it scales off your best stat, just sounds lazy. Turn it into stat Circadian. Oh, your stats swap every turn. Do I have all personality duskets? I don't have hyper, but otherwise, yes. Must have traded for him? Yes. Give Pharaoh 8th and Cosmere Unburdened. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you make Idiosyncratic maintain its identity, but also, like, be good. Are you lame if you use Gargolem attack in PvP? Do you mean Berserk Gargolem attack? What's up, Eggman? How you doing? Yeah, the early game Dusket strategy, Kenway, was you get yourself one personality of Dusket and Harmonize to get more, and then trade those for the ones you don't have. That was the early game meta. Get a hold of one personality, stockpile that personality, and then trade for all the other ones you don't have. And then, of course, nobody traded for Hyper because who needed Hyper? Traded a Gamma Pharaoh for all of them? You know what? Fair. Revert back to your early game and let Final Ruse be spammable. Oh boy. I remember that. Remember when Dusket got nerfed before PvP came out? Remember that? What a time. How was the nerf? So, the original Mean Spirited was 50% more damage on sleeping targets. And then it was nerfed to 20% more damage on sleeping targets. And then it was eventually changed a long time down the road to 20% more damage against status targets. Has Harmonize ever been buffed? No, and it never will be. Jamie said that ability will not be buffed for PvP. It is strictly a PvE ability and only for Dusket. Which makes it weird to me personally, because if Harmonize is only ever going to be on Dusket, why not give it a PvP use? It's literally only on Dusket. Dusket's Forever Trash. It actually, apparently, allegedly saw a rise in relevancy briefly. Well, thank you, RTX. Harmonize is going to be useless soon with totems. Yeah, I agree. Harmonize is going to be completely out of a job. Well, I guess not. No. Actually, completely and entirely, because like you're not harmonizing an event Loomian is going to be pointless when you can just totemize it with mints, with the totemites. I think it does, Drippo. However, Splitting Headache only works if you it gets boosted if you have a status, not the enemy. Although it used to be bugged to where it worked like a press. Actually, I don't think Dusket has it. I believe it's Metronet that used to have it. But won't mints be expensive? Well, no, we know that they're a drop from the expeditions. They're expedition rewards. You can grind them. Like, directly. I wonder how hard expeditions will be, or easy. Yeah, from what Jamie has said, like before, he said 4- and 5-star expeditions are going to introduce a mechanic in the raids where the raid boss will disable your ability to heal. So, like, if you try and use Luster Loot, it won't heal. So Wobblisk is being shot out back and completely out of a job. So, yeah, enjoy your Wobblisk while it lasts. I think they're going in the wrong direction when it comes to making bosses harder. What you need to do is make the bosses punish you for using those strategies, not disable the strategies entirely. Like, the way they're doing it now only limits what a player can do. What they should do is encourage all strategies, but punish, like, they should encourage open brainstorming to strategies, but then have mechanics that punish specific ones differently. Like, have it have natural difficulty rather than artificial difficulty. And by artificial difficulty, I mean it's like these random restrictions that are put on the player rather than the boss responding to your strategy. Like, I would rather have a responsive boss than a restrictive boss. Like, say, like, at a certain point, if you are, like, healing, then it will respond by attacking an extra time. And then you for that strategy to work, you have to account for the ability to actually take onslaughts of hits, right? where you can still use the strategy, you just have to account for the boss's response. Or, for instance, like, because the move Gain Drain is blocked. What if, or, like, let's say, right now, Cramboss, like, Solver's Cramboss isn't restricted, but let's say they made the AI have a response where if your stat boosts are stolen from it, like from Cramboss, then the boss responds by inverting your stats. The strategy of disabling, like getting rid of its stats still works, but then you have to adjust you have to do something else, because you can't just use Cramboss, because then your stats are inverted. Is the Jolttooth raid AI similar to Expeditions? The Jolttooth picks random moves. There is no AI. The Jolttooth just picks random moves. There's a Solver's Cramboss? Yes. Yes, there is. Its soul move is a 3-hit, what was it called? Shadow? Oh my god, what's Marshadow's move? Spectral Thief. It's a 3-hit Spectral Thief. What if the boss had good AI and you could use baiting strats? That would also be cool. Except the boss clicks random moves. Anyway, Iphrasies make raids sound like a waste of time. Well, the waste of time is then attributed to the rewards you get out of it. And that's the same regardless of like how it plays out, right? You need the output to match the input. The way I'm basically trying to advocate for the ability to use a number of strategies for a fight rather than all these restrictive rules that kind of narrow it down to one. Now, don't get me wrong, people will then still optimize specific fights into a specific strategy because it's just the best for that boss. But players have a more open range of ways to do the fight. But of course, at the end of the day, the raids are still going to be you just mindlessly beating down a boss and trying to get its drops. At that point, when you're doing something to farm a drop, it's pretty much going to be boring all the time. So at that point, you need the rewards to match, your input. The rewards, the output needs to be worth the input. Like, I can't figure out any way to make grinding drops interesting. It'll never be a thing. Like, let's say the Dynamax Adventures from, Sword and Shield's DLC. Stuff wasn't fun. You're grinding it for a shiny legendary. And that's the only thing you're ever doing with it. It's not fun. You're just going for the shiny. The way you get to it is different every time because you get random stuff, but it's at the end of the day, your end goal isn't to beat the boss, it's to get the shiny. A score system where the more you do a specific thing, the better the reward? Maybe. You'll just Pokemon Go them. There you go, you optimize the strat so that the output is worth the input. But yeah, like you said, Neon, it doesn't matter what you do at the end of the day, it's not going to be very fun. Because you're only doing it to grind drops. But I play Relseas. I don't even know what Relseas is meant to be. I've never really looked into it. I just know it's a game that's been delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed. And hyped up to be some masterpiece of an anime game. So, hey, could I play the game? Thank you. Well, Joey, I haven't found the particular the Switch games fun, and Pokemon Go in my community is completely dead, so they're about even. But yeah, I just hope the rewards with the raids are worth having to min-max the strategies essentially just to beat it. Not even like beat it optimally, just to beat it. Because that's what it sounds like they're doing. Why is every Pokemon game free on an emulator? Because an emulator isn't like trying to sell you a game. One is social and the other's playing for yourself. Well, again, the social aspect doesn't really matter if the place you're playing it isn't also playing it. So there's no real social aspect. Yes, Violet. The 4 and 5 star raids are meant to be really hard. That would kind of suck, Psycho. There's literally no interactive quests. I don't know about remove raids. I think rework raids is a better idea. But adding interactive quests, I agree with for sure. I agree. That is something they're missing. Separate City released 6 years ago today. Oh my god. Oh yeah, it is August 1st. You're right. Yikes. For a roguelike mode, yeah, fair. Something similar to Doodle World's Dungeons. Are reskin roamers with boosted odds like Dynamax Adventures? I mean, I guess. But, so my thing with I think the Doodle World dungeons are actually well made. I think, again, the issue is it's Doodle World, it's boring to look at, so. Why is it pushed to the top of my screen? Because, well, if it's at the bottom right where it's supposed to be, you guys can't see it, and people like seeing the pity. So I moved it to the top. So there you go. Whimsy of Doodle with the animation of. Oh God, no, no. No. We don't need Catch a Brain Rot, please. Yeah, Separate was definitely the biggest update in terms of popularity, just because like it was still early on, relatively, in Loomian's lifespan. Like, no matter how big Route 9 is, it will never match the popularity of Separate because people have since given up on Loomian Legacy, and I'm not blaming anybody. Like, that people have given Loomian plenty of chances, so it's completely understandable that people don't come back. Loomian, I don't think will ever reach that popularity again. Felt like a decade before we got Separate, and yet it only felt like a week compared to this wait. I have no idea, Psycho. I mean, yeah, with Separate, it was the first big wait for an update, you know, really dragged out wait, and then, you know, people are like, okay, we're finally over the hurdle, let's get it. And then Route 8 came out in December. And then nothing happened in 2021. Just events. What's up, Banana? Don't forget, guys. Soulburst coming with Atlantean 2021. Got to do the mini updates. Well, I think they need to get this update. Like with Highwa and Rata, I don't think Highwa would be considered a mini update. No, I disagree with that take. Didn't they delay Soulburst? If they did, well, they did that whole trailer with Soulburst coming with Atlantean 2021, and then like literally nothing happened. Split into 2 parts. That was more so due to a development issue than like planning it out. And I think splitting Route 9 into multiple parts would also be a huge mistake. They need to just get that. They need to get their plan with the update done and out, and then we can talk about smaller updates. When was the last time y'all played through the story? Well, I've never played through it more than once, except my ult, like mindlessly to get it caught up so I could use it for other stuff. I think one story update a year is fair after Route 9 releases. Probably not. I don't think it works. Like, unless they have like banger content updates in between the story updates, then if that's the case, then yes. Otherwise, no. Like, if the story updates are like the quote-unquote banger content updates, then no, they can't be the ones coming once a year. I remember when I tried that, Christian. That was something for a couple hours. You don't care about the story, you just want to play Route 9. That's fair. New capture system going to make gamma rooms way easier to do? Couldn't tell you. I mean, it's kind of hard to say how it would be in practice when you've only seen a snippet. Like, you have to then ask the questions, how do you get things to spawn? How do you shuffle spawns? How fast can you get things to spawn? And then are the rates adjusted for overworld compared to random encounters? Like, we'd have to have answers to pretty much all of that before you could really say if it's better for hunting or not. Should shorten the dialogue. I think the issue is they hate cutscenes, but they need to do more practice of showing, not telling. Always liked Route 5, but you wish it more fleshed out, especially the areas where you can see the Ventacean. No, the Ventations on Route 5 were not updated because they already plan on updating the early routes after Route 9. Isn't that going to be even more time after Route 9? Well, Neon, I guess the cutscenes are going to be what kills it, but in terms of like actually making the maps, I wouldn't be surprised if the builders already got a lot of them done, because what else are they doing? What else are they doing? But surely with them working on that cutscene editor that was talked about, then surely the cutscenes get done faster, right? You wave team, so far you got Infernix, Billforge, Broncotta, Shortiki. I mean, you could try something like Terrafly, you know, they have Hotfoot. I don't know how good they'd be, but like you could try them. It'd be fun at the very least. Try them. I don't know if Terrafly actually has Hotfoot. I know Terrafly does. When do I think we'll know the second coder's name? Actually, Shipple was in the stream yesterday, and he said that it won't be until after Route 9 that we learn who the coder is. After Route 9, we will learn the identity. Bro, why? What do you mean, why? I think it's very obvious why. They don't want them harassed by the community. The ever-present... What's the point of hiding it? There's a very rabid community present. They don't want the person harassed. Yeah. Yeah, the Loomian Legacy community isn't exactly the kindest. Do the devs get harassed? Yes. On a daily basis. I wonder why. Well, the people that they harass, like, not saying that any kind of harassment is warranted or valid, but the people that they end up harassing aren't even involved in the reason that the game takes so long to update. They're just people that work on the game. They get assigned stuff, they do the stuff. But, like, everybody, like, you know, artists like Mochi, they get harassed all the time, even though they literally can do nothing about the game being slow. They can't do anything, but they get harassed anyway, because they just work on the game. Can you imagine how fierce the harassment would be to someone who actually can do something, but is in the early stages of, like, being a part of the team? Well, I mean, it's a mixture of both, Psycho. These people get harassed in and out of DMs, on off-platform, you know, like Twitter and stuff. They get harassed everywhere because the community is just rabid. What do I think if people stop playing Loomian Legacy and then forces their hand to make updates faster? I don't think you understand how this works. Them stopping, like, even, let's say people don't play events and therefore, quote-unquote, don't line their pockets, right? That's not going to change the goal for them. They understand why people don't play their game anymore. They're fully aware. That's not changing the goal for them. Yeah, a lot of people, like, majority of their player base is already done with Loomian Legacy. That's the reality. People actually playing right now actually prefer events. I disagree. I'm not one that prefers events. I'm playing right now. I play when something interests me. These blue and black guys, they interest me. I want them, so I'm playing. Is LL really a passion project? I couldn't tell you at this point. I couldn't tell you. If it was purely passion, then obviously the hunting wouldn't be so paywalled. At least it feels like. Probably the trading communities, they're incredibly toxic. No, it's everybody. Let's not generalize which community is being awful. The entire Loomian Legacy community, like, as a whole, sucks. I'm not saying every person in it sucks. I'm saying the community as a whole sucks. The community as a whole sucks. There are toxic PvPers, plenty of them. Toxic traders, plenty of them. Toxic people who, like, literally sit on Discord. They don't play the game. They play casually. They only play update to update. And they harass the devs. They're toxic as heck. Every party involved has bad apples. Plenty of them. The Skulltooth raid is terrible. It was even worse before. This one's only a little bit tankier than the Guardred one last year. At least the ice one. Only a little bit tankier. So it's not nearly as bad as it used to be. Well, yeah, every fan base has like bad apples for sure, but like it's really potent in Loomian because people, I mean, like people are tired of waiting, and that's fine. But they lash out, and that's the bad part. If you're tired of playing, simply stop playing. Express your disappointment and stop playing. Don't harass people because you think they're awful beings for not updating a Roblox game. I mean, I've seen PvP servers that were like next level awful psycho. Like it's everywhere. Here comes my pity. Here we go. Of course. Why the movie's so bad? Yeah, I mean, people complain. People complain about everything. Like, yes, you need a degree of thick skin to have an online presence. I agree with that. If you're making anything for anybody, for a general audience, you need to have some thick skin. But it also comes to a point where the audience needs to have some level of general respect for people, not the specific individuals, but for people in general. And obviously, you can't expect the internet to have that because the internet, everybody masks behind autonomy, and so not autonomy. Oh my god, I said autonomy, but anonymity. Jesus Christ, that's a hard word to say. But they hide behind that, and so they feel empowered to say anything and everything. Even things they wouldn't normally say in real life, because, well, they're anonymous. But, yeah, people suck. TLDR, people suck. Also, Alpha Gecko. It's bronze, though, so... Ooh. I think Loomian Legacy will make a comeback. To some degree, yes. The comeback that people want, no. RNG been good this event? Define good. Because while I have found a lot of these like bronze, like alpha bronze and stuff, that these are 1 in 16. Yeah, I haven't seen one yet either, Psycho. I haven't seen Sapphire Gunpod or Geklo. What is Gleam Gold Gunpod worth? I would assume dirt. In the grand scheme of things, it's probably worth dirt. Do I think Mark Shadow and PvP was broken? Yes. Absolutely. If you put it in today's Pokemon, it's still broken. Is Raw Sapphire rarer than Gleam Bronze? By far. By far. Gleam Bronze is 1 in 1600. Sapphire Gunpod is 1 in 5000. Sapphire Geklo is 1 in 10,000. Everything, all the alphas I have, like all the alpha Gunpods, the alpha Silver Geklos, the Gunpods, and like everything, though none of those are as rare as or just a raw Sapphire Gunpod. What is the Gleam odds for gem reskins? Fully boosted, 1 in 16. Sapphire Blue, yes. Yes. Sapphire are the ones you see in the bottom right. Those two lads, those are Sapphire. I think devs are running out of reskin ideas. I mean, look at the Joltooth, and you tell me. I think they're fine on ideas. I think they're good. You could say, oh, well, they named the Mutagon Cosmic Mutagon and this Joltooth Cosmic Joltooth, but the two don't look anything alike. What's the best design Vari? For Vari? Okay, I'm gonna level with you. It does not reflect in the model whatsoever, okay? But Hydralin. I say that because I've seen the concept art for Hydralin. And the model did not... The model did not reflect. Hydralin got robbed, is all I'll say. Was Ferrothorn in PvP? I don't think it was. If I remember when Vari was New Evolution was weekly, I do remember. No, I agree. Hydralin's model is rough. Pretty darn rough. But the design, I'll say it. I assume there's a reason that they never made the concept art public. Because then you'd look at the art, and then you'd look at the model, and you'd be upset. The reason they stopped Atlas is because it's not that they're saving it for something specific, it's that there's not enough in the game to just add the rest of them and have like truly unique methods of adding. Release the Hydralin files. They want more to be in the game so that they could do more stuff with Vari. What's my favorite Loomian? Joltooth. They could easily make a Metal Vari involving something with Pollute Corp. Yep, they could. I'm not saying that they couldn't make a few more in the game currently. I'm just saying that if they really want to make fleshed out ideas, then there needs to be more in the game. Am I gonna go for the Gamma Cosmic Joltooth? No. It is not the color scheme I prefer, so I like the base color scheme the most. So I got the base one, and I'm happy with that. I don't need to go get the Gamma. Yeah, I like this color scheme more than the Alpha and the Gamma. So I don't need to grind it. Also, do I prefer normal Joltooth? In terms of, I mean, like, the Cosmic model is way better. Way better. I'm just sad that there's no Cosmic Thunder King Joltooth. I'm sad. Like, yeah, sure, the Soulburst sucks, yada yada. I don't care. Can we give the Soulburst their reskins? Yeah, I agree, Sadness. It sucks, man. And it's not like they don't... It's not like they're... Like, these updates happen too quickly that they don't have people that can't keep up. Like, you got people that are waiting for stuff to do, probably. I obviously don't have full insight on... Or really any insight on how they develop stuff. But, like, surely you can make a Soulburst. Like, yeah, it would suck to go back to all the current reskins and make Soulburst designs for them and all that, but I feel like it would be worth it. Like, yeah, you have to make a Rainbow Florant Soulburst, a Valentine's Florant Soulburst, an Anniversary Gastroke, Halloween Gastroke. The Metronets with both the Nutcracker and Nully. Like, yeah, it would be worth the Eruptodon, the Krakaloa. Like, yes, it's work, but I feel like it's worth it. That's lines of code that could be used for Route 9. I don't know if there's much coding there. Much at all. I don't think it's a coding thing at all. What's up, Tyler? Well, I don't think it's like copying code, right, Sadness? I think it's generalized code. Like, it looks to see if there's a solver, like a reskin that they can use, and if not, it uses the base model. That would be my assumption, like a very watered down assumption of how they handle reskins. Like, the game looks for a reskin, and if it's not there, you use the base one. Why do we have the skeleton reskin? Yeah, that happened because the person who was assigned the skeleton Dakuda made the soul bursts because they felt like it. It wasn't part of the assignment. They didn't get paid for that. They just did it because they felt like it. Or maybe they got paid extra, who knows? But, like, it wasn't part of their assignment. Or at least that's the story. Obviously, I can't say that's for sure. Maybe they were assigned it, but that's the story. That's at least the public understanding of it. But, yeah. That's the only one we got silver skins for. And it sucks, dude. Like, give us our... Give them. It would be so cool. Blank entries past Grimuline? Oh, hang on, let me see. Let me see. Let me see what you're talking about. Oh, I guess so it's that they don't have to push it down later, maybe? But I guess they're gonna... I guess when Route 9 drops, they're gonna have to, like, move some stuff around anyway, because the roamers go at the end anyway. How many of them even have a soul burst? Of the, like soul burst reskins? Right? Or how many reskins would have to make a soul burst reskin? Like, how many reskins in the game are part of a Loomian that could soul burst? Okay, how many would they have to make? Okay, well, there's 2 Gastroke, 2 Florant, 2 Metronet, a Krakaloa, and a Eruptodon. What other full bursts are there? There's not a Stratosaur reskin. What else is there? Yeah, what else is there? Imperior? Ah, yes, Imperior. Good call. Yeah, Imperior has one. Is there anything else? So what, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9? Oh, Celestine. Yeah, you're right. 10. Hoganosh. Ah, 11. Okay. There we go. They're starting to... They're rolling in. 11. Yeah, we already named Eruptodon. Eruptodon's already counted. We're at 11. Anything else? 2 Florent, 2 Gastric, Orthodon, Crackle, Jolt Tooth, Hoganosh Imperior, 2 Metronet Cells. Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, I guess I should have counted Jolt Tooth. So 12. Oh, it's 12. Wow, that is a lot to make all at once, I agree. I think once you do that, keeping up with it isn't that bad, right? And it doesn't even have to be all at once. You just kind of release a couple in batches. Like, I think that's fine. Just do it, please. Like, I guess, like, sure, it'd feel weird and random to add, like, oh, by the way, Joltooth has all of its reskins soul bursted in a random update. Sure, it'd be weird, but, like, better than not doing it at all. Did they rerun Gastroke already, or was that just Shachi? Like, I know Shachi got reran. It wasn't Gastroke? Okay. I think it's fine to spread out the reruns. I don't think it's, like, weird that they didn't do them both. I think it's fine if they spread them out. Yeah, I mean, it would. I think they should. Are they going to? Probably not, but, you know, whatever. But, yeah, I will, in fact, get myself a Nimble Joltooth just in case. Just in case they, add the reskin Soul Burst down the line. Just in case. What's up, gods? How you doing? Oh, look, another Alpha Bronze Gum Pod. Yay! Yippee! That makes 6. Do I have a Dainuki? Yes. Like a PvP Dainuki? No. What, 50 times 16? 1 in 800? This was a 1 in 800 find? I am more likely to find these than roamers because I don't have the boost token on. Can you have it? No. Number 1 enemy of Ash Ketchum just subscribed. Thank you very much. El enemigo numero uno de Ash Ketchum. Can you have Dainuki, please? No. Not hard to get. Oh, I guess I forgot it's an event Loomian. I was thinking Fenturn. But, yeah, I'm sure you could find other people. I've never seen that pop up Do people not subscribe? Well, you could take a look at how consistent my content is. So, yeah, no, subscribing is a rarity. I do not have the Ventacean. Not. No, I do not feel like doing that. I am sorry. You are starving. I ate right before I started streaming, so fine. I'm good. And by right before, I mean like an hour before, but like, you know. Before he leaves us for years again. True. True. But dude, it would be so cool to hit a Ventacean or hit the target for once. It just doesn't happen, man. I guess I really do need to pull successful arcs and whip out 4 accounts. Except that at most I have 2 accounts. I just need to learn a way to set up an account. I know somebody tried like doing a what they did some sort of phone emulator so that they could get both accounts up at once. Might look into that. Might look into that. Okay, so when it comes to PvP, what do you think should happen in terms of a balance patch? Because we know one's not happening until after Route 9. So do you think there should be some things looked into for buffs now? Or do we just ignore everything until Route 9? Because maybe they become good after Route 9 because something exists that didn't before. Fire Horse guy? Okay, well that is, you know what, fair enough, that is getting nerfed. It's not happening until, of course, after Route 9, but it is getting nerfed. PvP 3.0, outburst change. What's up the Fire Horse? He kicks a little too hard. He kicks just a wee bit hard. Kind of don't like the idea of themed balance patches. What do you mean themed balance patches? I don't think there's a theme to them. I think, unless you mean like the ones that are specific, like waiting for a double season before he does them, I think maybe that is fair, unless they're specifically double centric. Oh, weather focus. Oh, okay, no, I see what you mean. I agree with that. I don't see the huge push for 650 clips. Like, why do we need that? Like, why is that the necessity for clips? Like, I personally don't care one way or the other. If it happens, cool. If it doesn't, whatever. I don't care. But like, why is that such a thing? Nerf it again and ban it in ranked. So true. Well, roamers aren't 650 anymore, Kenway. Roamers aren't 650. Roamers are 700. Event roamers are 675 and roamers are 700. $650 is now going to be for like pseudo status, except the Titans for some reason they're $650. I don't know. But $650 are meant for like pseudo legendaries at this point, which don't exist yet. Nothing's considered a pseudo. How many new players are going out of their way to get to clips early game? Oh my gosh, Alpha Geklo, the normal one. 3625. Yep. Cinnamoth cracked for speedrunning? I have no idea. No, that's not the case at all. Anyway. The main reason that that's not the case is because people have, like, dug into Loomian itself. Like, just recently there was the whole drama between of that one guy pretty much getting all of Loomian Legacy. He's scrubbed that game. There's nothing there that hasn't been discovered. So, yeah, I don't know. How come when search your channel, eating your face as ASMR comes up? Oh God. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know. Did people look in the files to find Phage Knot? Some like throwaway account on Twitter started talking about it. So a lot of people theorized that it was a dev because they were tired of people tired of waiting for people to find it. Because Phage Knot was because the Phage Knot was completely shadow dropped. Just like completely randomly, nothing tied to it. It was just there one day. And they didn't say anything about it. So yeah, it took like a week before somebody found it. Thought Emerald was rare? Well, I don't care about the base ones. I want the alphas. Emerald is what, 1 in 1250? Something like that? Or at least the gum pod. Yeah, I agree, Violet. Nobody would have found it. That's made it all. I mean, again, people say that. You could say that. I don't particularly care. It very much looked like a throwaway account, so I don't care. Like like you can say it as a fact all you want, but like until they confirm it themselves, it's always going to be just the theory. It has a lot of promising circumstantial evidence, sure, but they should do that more often. I don't know. The reason it worked for like Elephage is Elephage didn't come out with 650 stats, so they were always planning on adding it. Showed the battle arena. Oh boy. And the shadow dropped Route 9. Oh, good times, Bobby. Good times. Imagine they shadow dropped Route 9 though. That would be great. Because like, who goes to the train station every day to check if there's a shadow drop? No, none of the Varys were shadow drop. They never revealed the method when they did, like, they would say that, yeah, there is a new one, but like, what's the method? And there were a couple that took a while to find. Yeah, the train station is basically how you get to Route 9, yeah. Remember Buzzlin took a while? Yeah, the devs did have to add Buzzlin. Funny how they could still shadow drop because who plays Dream Teams? So true. Throwing away Cole or Mystic Wand, yeah, true. Like, people found the secret area, sure, but like, it still took a minute to figure out that, oh wait, Cole. Fire Breath Zeppelin, hold? Hold? It was not Mystic Wand? It was. Like, both Cole and Mystic Wand. Like, they had to give both options because Cole was an event item. Oh my god, Alpha Slugling! Yes! Oh yeah. I think the Varys were cool. They're eventually gonna... I mean, surely we get more of them, right? Maybe we even get a new one in Route 9. I mean, if it's as big as they claim, then like surely there'll be something to get a new one. Although I guess, what, it's a snowy area, so maybe not. What would Fire Breath Zeppelin do? What, you hit Stratosaur? That's pretty good. Yeah, Fire Breath would just be for hitting Stratosaur. Because Landslide already hits Leguana Tyrex, other metals. It's literally just Stratosaur. Oh, I guess Ice types, yeah, I kind of forgot about those guys. Yep, Brambots. You can do T-Storms and hit Strat with that? True. Does it definitely have Rock Slide? No, it hits Landslide. And Mudslide. Or is it just Mudslide? I'm pretty sure it got Landslide when Mudslide got nerfed. Or changed. Nerfed, changed, whatever. Nerfed as a coverage move. But, okay, is there a way... I saw Epically come back and it reminded me of, like, the whole Outburst thing. So, is there a way to make Outburst interesting and not just Superpower? Because I know, what, other people didn't like the idea of Superpower because it's lame. Think. Make it lower range defense instead. Everyone else is also eating Lamo. How about we call them crayon eaters? But anyway, pull an augment and make a completely different move. Oh, you know what? Okay. Another alpha Geklo. From what we've seen, yeah, it looked like it, Sage. The little cave with the bat and the rocks, I would assume. We got the forest and the snowy area. But yeah, we've... Look like 3 routes in one? Maybe. They did say it's the biggest map they've ever made. Are we thinking Route 9 after this event? I highly doubt it. It's literally only ever happened once. Like, there's only ever been one time where we got an update right after an event. And that was the last Geklo event. Which I guess maybe that's why people are like, wait, maybe this time. Maybe this time. But I personally doubt it. If it releases in November, it would have to release right after Halloween. Well, no, they've if you think about Atlantean Part 2, that came out and they pushed back Halloween till after, and then just did a mixed Christmas and Halloween event. Yeah, Separate was immediately after the first anniversary event. Yes, that is correct. Well, yeah, you ignore the other 2 ones because the Geklo was the one to lead into the update, and now we have the Geklo one again. So surely it leads into an update. Except I doubt it. That was 6 years ago. Let's be real. But I think Route 9 releases before 2027. I think it'd be funny if it's November. Well, Bobby, events never really killed updates as bad as people claim, because the updates themselves, or the events themselves, since they're basically just reruns at this point, they never really took any time away. Like, yeah, they had to take the time to make sure, well, I guess they had to test it once again. But other than that, no development time was really wasted on them. But they did, or at least they've said that they got a second coder. So that should help out in the future. Didn't they confirm the Geklo would lead into Sephiroth? It might have been led with a confirmation, maybe. What if it pulls into Atlantean Part 2 and gets delayed the day of release? You know, delaying on the day of release is absolutely unforgivable. Imagine actually doing that. The nerve. Insert lucky gift. Somebody understood the reference. But, dude. Hey, apparently Tales of Tenorio's updates, the last update actually works, so maybe I have to go look at it. Maybe I have to go look at it. Oh yeah! I remember him complaining about that. But to be fair, Lucky was a literal child when it happened. Okay? He was a literal child. Things look different in the eyes of a child. He has since matured, and he probably wouldn't do the same thing. Probably. 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 Tales of Tomorrow? Yeah. The lucky gift is him screenshotting the whole thing about imagine delaying on the day of release or something like that, and then it immediately cuts to Tales of Tenorio delaying on the day of release. But yeah, when like Lucky made that tweet or whatever, or that post about how it's unfair that Jimmy gets videos done early, and then people like Russo stepped in and be like, well, he has access to that, and so he should be allowed to use it. It's completely fine. It's normal in content creation. And I kind of agree with that take. Like, yeah, it kind of just be how it be sometimes. What hasn't Lucky complained about? I don't know him like that. The re-release wouldn't take 2 weeks, and then it took 2 weeks. It'd be like that, man. Game development is hard. He makes PvP bad on purpose and has content monopoly. So true. So true. Actually, what are our bets? What are the odds? Route 9, we get stuff with abilities that don't work. The only reason I say that is because we've now had a couple updates where abilities have actually worked on their first go. So how many Banfinos will we get on Route 9? That's true. Banfino, where literally nothing works. 100%, it's a Brad update. Let's see. Did they ever add PvP? Yes. It took them over a year. It came with the relaunch of their game, and the relaunch was also pretty buggy. And then it's since been updated. I couldn't tell you what does and doesn't work. Isn't every update a Brad update? Well, the Easter event this year, or the Rainbow event, whatever you want to call it, that was done by the second coder. They said the second coder handled that event. And there was no bug, no real, like, big bugs with it. So, like, you could tell it wasn't T-Brad M, right? That's the joke. That's the joke of, like, yeah, it's a Brad update, so we'll have bugs. Sing the Tales of Tenorio theme song. Oh, good. No, I don't think I'll make a bunch of new friends that way, so I'll pass. Tyler, do you think your adventure will ever end? Be my friend if I sing it? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Golly. Maybe I should sing it. But, dude. Yo, bar. Oh, he already said it. Dang it. Apparently still being worked on. As far as you should be concerned, it doesn't exist, but yes. TOTpedia being basically wiped with the relaunch. Oh yeah, they kind of made all of your prevos wipe. Like if you didn't actively have them, they were wiped from your. That's being worked on, technically. But yeah, as far as you should be concerned, it doesn't exist. It's not real. It's a figment of your imagination. Route 9 be like, true! True. Yeah. Dude, like I said at the start of the stream, I was talking, or Jamie and I were talking about, just talked about various things about the roster. And going back through the stuff, dude, some things look so fun. Let me use them. So we're, oh no, she left the project. Basically what happened, there was basically a period of a year where she was the only one who was motivated to actually work on the game. And so she took it upon herself to do basically everything, and she burnt herself out. Right, like I was worried about her doing all that. She was a trooper. So yeah, she ended up burning herself out on it. And so she was like, you know what, this ain't worth it, and I completely respect that. She tried to do stuff, and other people weren't following through, so. She tried. It made me upset because I couldn't really do anything. So I just had to watch it happen. She did a lot of cool stuff. And it didn't work out. Anyway, my boost is expired. And quite frankly, I think I'm done for now. And I think that's okay. So hopefully y'all had a good time, and hopefully y'all have a good rest of your day, morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it is. Make it a good one. Bye-bye.